Sorry to hear that. Anyways, let's see if we can actually finish a run, huh? I haven't done a waifu-thon in a while. But hopefully we can do that. That would be cool. When are we marathon? There aren't enough good Resident Evil speedruns for there to be a marathon of them. What's up, Shake? Howdy. What's up, King Master? What's up, Khalil? What's up, Mox? How you doing, dude? What's up, Julio? You got the platinum for this? Nice. Oh, weekend's going good. I woke up late, and then I also took a long-ass time to set up and make sure everything would actually work for all the other games, because I've been playing only one game at a time for like a while now.
Anyone home?
The hardest thing was to make sure time splitters would set up correctly, but I tested it. It should be good to go.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah, push the boxes. Thanks. Good luck. Yo, Bushido, thank you for the $5. Gonna attempt your first speedrun in a few weeks. Wish you luck. Dude, good luck. That's fucking awesome. Stoked for you. What are you gonna run?
What was that? No fucking way.
Have you been watching the whole stream? Hell yeah, I appreciate it. So I used to do these like every weekend. I would do a marathon like this, but then a bunch of new games came out and I was just like dedicating a lot of time to them. But I think I'm gonna go back to doing them every weekend again. We'll see how it goes. What's up, Bolly Crew? What's up, Major Porkins? Thanks for the good luck. Devil May Cry? Nice, Bushido.
Speedrun in a few weeks.
The first one, I'm assuming? I'll be running that today. What's up, Nighted Slayer? Hello there. I'm gonna have to make a fuck ton of saves. I have been playing this game a lot lately, but I have not finished it because I cannot beat the game, dude. It's impossible to finish a run. So this no reset's probably gonna be super painful. Sleepy. I feel that. Me too. This is pro or standard. The category for the game I'm running is at the bottom of live spot. But yeah, this is new game pro. Yeah, honestly, Yang. That might make it a lot easier. How you doing? Homie? Amigo? You missed them? The waifu-thons? Yeah, I feel ya. A lot of people have, I think. They just take a long time and they're kind of exhausting, but they're great content for both stream and YouTube. I need to do them more. They're fun. They also help me to not burn out on whatever I'm doing. Damn, 8 kills on that grenade? Where was this yesterday, dude? Where was this yesterday? What's up, Tinders? What's up, Jose? Thanks for good luck. Did Capcom do an RE5 remake? No clue. Probably. The game is putting shining blessings upon me. The RNG gods have spoken. They want me to finish the game. Flashes Pog and makes them all hit the door at the same time. Yeah, in theory it like makes it really, really fast and more consistent. In theory. Like on the speedrun, bro. Can't wait to see Left 4 Dead 2 because you haven't played it for a while, but I wish you best of luck. Thank you, brother. Yeah, that's like one of the reasons why I haven't done waifu-thons in a while, is that I was afraid that I'm gonna be omega rusty at every game. And so things might go completely catastrophically wrong in every single game. and that might be tilting, but we'll see how it goes. Like, yeah, it is. Yeah. Like, a lot of the games I speedrun are really hard, man. So having not played them for like months and then just doing a no reset can be really painful sometimes. Thankfully the ones I picked this time around are pretty forgiving. That's awesome. I won't be able to watch it, but hopefully it goes well. I'm sure he's practiced enough. What's up, dyslexic? Thank you, Shindigor. Appreciate it. Is down patch? Yes. Basically every speedrun ever plays on down patch. Fact, well, I guess Time Splitters is up patched, and DMC1 and DMC3 are, well, no, DMC3 is down patched as well. So I guess of the games in this marathon, this one's down patched, Left 4 Dead 2 is down patched, and DMC3 is down patched. To give you a little bit of perspective. Just going on a nice brisk walk in the woods. That's pretty good. It's actually a really good start. It's like sub 7 in real time. How I feel about the DMC reboot. It's awful.
Shit, they took my gear.
It's just terrible. Dang, that reminds me, I forgot to read if anyone replied to what I said in the Discord. You would know, Yang, maybe. They were talking about the DMC wiki page and like doing weekly tournaments or whatever. I suggested doing like a cross game score-based leaderboard. I wonder if anyone said anything about that. Like Halo Runs does. Time Splitters does it too. It's really cool. They have these cool, like Halo Runs has like this really cool thing where every single category for any Halo game has like certain points ascribed to it. And then like, let's say you get world record in Halo CE easy full game, you get 20 points, right? Like every category is worth the same amount of points. So like one individual level world record is worth 20 points as well. And so like all of your submitted times add up to a total score, and there's like a leaderboard. So like that leaderboard is basically the leaderboard that is like who has the most overall points, like the most records or most high place times across like the whole game series. It's really cool actually. I would love for that to be a thing with Devil May Cry. Might even make me play Reboot at some point, because it like incentivizes people to play categories that they normally wouldn't. Because like, let's say you're trying to increase your score on the leaderboard. It's like, okay, well, you know, DMC1 normal all collectibles is not a super popular category, so there aren't many runs of it. So it's pretty easy to get some free points if you just like run that category. And you know, like, enough people do that, that stuff eventually actually gets optimized. It's pretty cool. Just some vague that'd be cool comments. Gotcha. It would be cool. Hey, Cyber. Yep, coats that. What is this RNG? What is this RNG? They're all here. Because I missed a bunch of shots, I think. Are they fighting over here? They scrapping, dude. Well, I don't know how I didn't get hit there, but take this. How does Left 4 Dead 2 speedrun work? You do all campaigns? Sick roll. Well, we're going to be doing main campaigns today. But yeah, all campaigns is a category. Main campaigns is like the 5 campaigns the game launched with. What's up, Jack? What's up, Realisty? Yo, Ari, takes the good luck. What's up, it's Ollie? Yo, Mona, hello. Why I just roll? Because this game is perfect. There's no flaws. But yeah, a point-based system like that would be really cool, actually. The biggest thing it does is like help people to run more niche categories and like give a category for people to run. I think someone like Dan and Yang would really like something like that, I think. Because you're like, well, what do I run? You know, it's like, well, you know, you could run Reboot Glitchless and get like 20 free points. Or you could run DMC2 Lucia and get 3 points or whatever. Because you see like, oh, like I'm like 10 points behind Dan. Because Dan ran all these LDK categories. I feel like you would have a shit ton of points actually, Yang, because of all the Super Dante stuff you ran. Even though you haven't ran that many like other games in the series, just like DMC1 has the most categories by far, so if you added up every category, like
Not too shabby. Someone has shown up their neighbors.
you'd have all those Super Dante categories giving you a fuck ton of points. I'd have a lot of points too, obviously, but I think that someone like you might even have more. All my Virgil times would add up a lot though in DMC3. All those meme records. Yeah, and the easy stuff as well. But it's cool though, like it incentivizes people to run more different categories and stuff. It's fun. That's how ILs get really optimized in some games too. Super Dante 80% is actually really good. Way more optimized than normal AC. Yeah, normal AC is like pretty good, but it's not like super optimized. Normal 100% is still really bad too. What's world record for Dante Must Die in DMC1? I don't remember. I think I had like a 54 or something. DMD 80%. $54.26, yeah. I actually remembered. That's cool. I have that record, smiley face. But it's kind of a meme category. Like no one runs DMD 80%. If you're gonna run DMD, you run all collectibles, basically. Like it's just an easier category that's also cooler. Although I will say it is a lot longer. Like 20 minutes longer, so. I have no shotgun shells. But I do have a perfect setup for Delago DA minute. So if you get your world record taken, you keep the points. No, so like what happens is like, okay, let's say a world record is worth 20 points. Second place is worth 19 points. Third place is worth 18 points. Like that. And so like if you get bobbed down, your points go down. So like if I had world record and DMD 80%, for instance, and then Yang bops me, Yang will then get 20 points and I will get 19 points instead. And so like the scores shift depending on what kind of rank you have. And that's really cool because then you're like constantly fighting with people for like a couple of points, like per category. It works really well with single games too. Like, let's say you run a game that has like 20 missions, but only like 2 full game categories. This is what happens in Halo, or like Time Splitters, for instance. Time Splitters is a better example. Like, there's 16 missions in Time Splitters and 3 full game categories. So like the full game categories aren't worth very much because, you know, there's only 3 of them. But each IL is worth the same amount as a full game category. So people will just like run ILs that they have no interest in running just to get points. So, you know, like, let's say you get full game record, then you have like 3 IL records. Like, you can still get bought by someone that has like 5 or 6 IL records. And then like, okay, now you're doing IL grinds for like these weird ILs that you would never actually play. It's pretty fun. Especially if you go like cross multiple games. The optimal strategy actually ends up being like, if you want to get the maximum score, is just like grind as many ILs as you want, you know? Which gets more people to run ILs, which gets people better at full game. It's cool. It just like promotes engagement, essentially. What's up, Agent Goose? Howdy. If I get Delago Manip in this run, that would be so dumb, actually. It'd be pretty sick, but it'd actually be really dumb. Well, I got the setup. Should do RE Remake speedruns 1, 2, 3, and 4. I would, except for 1 and 2 are terrible speed games that I do not want to play. I'm not a fan of RE1 or 2 remake speedruns. What's up, Reaper? How you doing, homie? Thank you, Vampire. Been a long time since seen one of these. Yeah, I want to bring them back. Or games you could consider classic RE, fixed camera take control games that aren't remakes. So 1, 2, 3 CVX. Outbreak. To make made me though, doesn't mean I have to like it. Game is fucking awful. It's true though. Alright. Well, I actually got the setup, so maybe we'll see a 7-hit Logo.
This is what I'm talking about.
Hello? Nope. Unlucky. Unlucky, I almost got it. The enemies just rushed the door too fast. I couldn't get out without killing anybody. Dude, what the fuck? You just belly flopped. You good? Yeah, unlockers. All good though. Not a big deal. Will I ever replay RE4 Original? No. I will never replay it. I hate that game. I'll never make any more content for it. I'll never play it again. In fact, I have actually went around to my neighborhood and found every single copy of the game and burnt it in a big bonfire. Nah, Jesus, Vids. 5k is bad. You want 5k before you enter that room. Once you get grabbed, you have a setup, and then you want to kill 2 enemies, and then don't kill anyone else or get damaged. But I got damaged, so. Or no, what happened? I killed too many enemies because they were stuck in the doorway. My DA went too high.
Think you can swallow me whole, huh?
You can hollow me swole, huh? That's still good. Still honestly probably PB pace, which is funny. But watch me PB on this no reset with no splits. That would be a good meme. Sacrificial lamb. It's my PB. It's like a 2:13:30 or something. Hey Jojo. What the? Shouldn't reload the shotgun. It's a waste of ammo because I'm just gonna sell it.
Some kind of.
I want that shotgun ammo for water haul. Four grenades, though. That's really good. Un forastero. Okay. XD. I did pick some pretty easy games to get back into, though. Like, the Time Splitters run is pretty simple. Devil May Cry 180% is really easy. DMC 3, I know like the back of my hand. Left 4 Dead 2 is the one where it's like, okay, that might get a little crazy if I get unlucky and my B-hops are terrible.
Look at you, making a big dramatic entrance.
Yo, Poetic Shinobi, thank you for the raid. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Hope you're streaming good. Welcome everybody. What were you up to? What were you doing? Ah, eat my asshole. That's okay. I appreciate you. It don't matter if it's a 1,000 viewer raid or a 1 viewer raid. I'd still appreciate it. Man, you know what I love though? I would love to get Soko modded into every game I do in a waifu-thon, so the whole waifu-thon I'm playing as Soko. That'd be fucking sick. I have to do like a 4 make, 3 make, DMC 4, DMC 3 or something marathon. Something to do. Thon is tuna in French. I had no idea. So what does like marathon mean in French, huh? Like marinated tuna? Welcome to Twitch, Dyslexic. I saw you followed the stream before it even started on Twitch, and I was like, hey, that's the Dyslexic from YouTube, I think. Damn, spicy with the self-own. Jesus.
Same mark from the church.
God damn, put the gun down, dude. You're aiming at yourself. Yeah, Psychon, thank you for the good luck. Appreciate it. United Slayer, thank you for the prime for the 2 months. Much love.
101 big leaves for 2 months. So quick.
Got some new welcome. I've got something new.
I did the thing again. I forgot to switch back to 120. I don't even notice it until I go in the menu, and then it's just completely insufferable.
I want to welcome. I'll buy almost any perfect. You're a real professional. Wish your enemies.
You're a real professional. Hey, that's the name of the difficulty.
Bullets straight through their heads. Come back any.
Make a safety save. I almost forgot. That would have been bad if I died to Delago. Got the D lore. Ready to give Gigante my D. Gonna be lore written about it.
You got worms too?
Rosario. Hanging out with mom.
There you go.
And that is how you kill Gigante.
Pancake. Okay. Let's get to that church.
Simple. Currently cramped up in a seaplane, supposed to be working on an engine diagnostic. And there is nothing more like Twitch than people watching Twitch while they're supposed to be working. Dude, when I worked at a call center for like 8 months, dude, all I did was watch Twitch. That's literally it. I did my job, but like I swear at least half of my shift I was watching Twitch. Pretty fucking sick actually. It was a cool gig, but I was moving to Cali, so I couldn't stay there for very long. And then like, it was really nice. We had like this really nice office building that had like a gym and stuff and like a cafe. And then they moved all of the temp workers like myself into like a shitty, dingy office building like on the other side of town. And I was like, well, good thing that I was quitting. but that's fucking hilarious. I was like, damn, this is so nice. I like would just eat while I was supposed to be working because I just didn't get any calls. And then when it was my lunch, I would go to the gym. They had like a really nice gym. And then, yeah, like a month before I was gonna quit because I had to move, they like moved us like across the city into like a super shitty office building where you had like no space. Like at the first place that I was working at, we had like standing desks and like big cubicles for everybody and like these big really tall glass windows on the side that like overviewed like a mountain, and there was like a gym and like a cafe there, and like it was really nice. And then yeah, then we went to like some shitty office building that's like super old that has like those tiled ceilings, you know, and like the vomit colored like carpet floors that are really old, and like these really shitty desks with bad chairs. And it wasn't cost cutting. I think that they were just moving. It was like a program where I think they had a really bad turnover. So they had this program where like they hired a fuck ton of new people to be on the phones. And then over the course of the next 8 months, most of them would quit or get fired. And so like if you made it like 8 months or so, then you were moved to like the shitty office building because they figured you were gonna stay, I guess. And so like they would use those office spots at the nice office for the new people to try to get them to stay. And then like, you know, if you stayed long enough, you would get a promotion and you go back to the good office. But I was moving, so it didn't matter. And the whole time I was like, man, this fucking sucks. I worked like 6 a.m. to noon or something. It was 8-hour shift, so I must have got off at like 2 probably. So I had like the whole day, which is cool, but I got there like really early in the morning, and I was on a call flow where I only took incoming calls, and I was on a lower call flow than like most people. So literally like most of the day I just did nothing. I maybe got like a call every hour. So I just watched Twitch all day. But the whole time I'm like, man, why am I the one watching Twitch? I should be the one streaming right now. This sucks. I was making pretty good money. It was like 15 bucks an hour. Yeah, this is pro. And now I'm the one streaming, yeah. Call centers do that kind of thing a lot. Yeah, it makes sense. I think they were also doing construction to add like more offices onto the nice office building when I was there. So I think part of the reason why they moved us out was because they needed to make room for more people, but then they would presumably move us back when the construction was done. I don't think it was like totally shitty. Yeah, I mean, call centers have really high turnover, so I'm not super surprised. I killed nobody. Oh, and that killed me. Okay. Why? Dude. That's so dumb. You see like the grenade reticle is like saying I was gonna throw it out of the window, and then when I throw it, he underhands it into himself. RE4 Remake, the game with all the mechanics that do nothing. Bro, you didn't die to that plot, that fucking, okay. Rip my gunpowder after this. Can I get a board? I don't have the other board, right? Oh, I do. Trolling. What's up, Jake? Howdy. Is that a mod for the sniper? Yeah. Yeah, right, Jake. Thanks for the prime, dude.
Thanks for the support.
Appreciate that.
Page appear on Twitch. Big leaves for 2 months.
I had no idea that I had the board.
Hey, thought you might need some company.
2, 3. He didn't die. Oh my god. Why can I not aim, dude? Am I too close to the wall? That's so stupid. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking die. It's going.
Big one on our hands.
What?
Little busy at the moment.
Jesus. Good save. That was scary. This speedrun sucks with this Leon skin change. Well, Milklander, I hate to break it to you, but you clicked on the stream. So you're the dumbass that brought yourself here. If you're not enjoying it, leave.
What's gonna happen to me?
Right now.
What's up, bro?
Getting out of here.
How you doing?
Yeah. Right.
It's going good. About as good as you could expect a no reset for this game to go. Motherfucker, this dumb ass, boomer ass looking fool. Just flipping through the channels on TV. Comes to a channel that he's watching and he's like, man, I don't like what's on this channel. And then proceeds to bitch about it instead of just changing the channel.
I have something.
That makes you one dumb motherfucker. The remote is literally in your hand.
You're welcome. I got something new for you. Ruby's all right. Thank you. A decent size, but some. Get yourself, kid.
Thanks, Christian. Appreciate it. Alright, I can't wait for the assassination prompt to not work. We'll see, though. Should probably use the Serb.
We've got company. Keep moving.
Hey, it works. Let's go, dude. Augers. Augers, my dude. So, I have one flash grenade. And I have no large resources. Okay, never mind. There's one right here. I forgot about this large resource drop. I was gonna say, like, oh, what the fuck am I gonna do for Bella Sisters? But no, we're chilling. That's a static drop. I forgot about that one. What's up, what's up? How you doing, dude? Definitely gonna make the backup save here just in case. I thought I was gonna let me assassinate him for a second. I was like, pog a skip. But no. Scammed. Hey, shit, anime dubs. Yeah, Passport Teacher Perfect sick. It's a really cool speedrun. There's one trick in it that's like omega ass. And it saves like 4 minutes. So we'll see how that goes. But it's not a big deal if I just decide to not do it. I want this ammo actually. Never mind, it's handgun ammo. XD.
Hide.
What?
Actually, pressing R does nothing for me. Pressing T reloads my gun.
What am I one lady type of guy?
But thanks for the insight.
Feeling this?
Or pressing, I got, no, yeah, G is my action key. So what, is R even bound to anything? I don't think it is. Uh oh. So remove. Is there a category? Is this the category we actually get to shoot the bell? Nope. There is no category where shooting the bell is fast, actually. Funny enough, even in New Game Plus where it is possible, you just door clip to the door and run away. So, like, you don't even shoot the bell there. Oh yeah, R is crouch. That's right. Yeah, ESDF moment. You are right. R is bound to something as crouch. Yeah, you can door clip through the door that you normally run away through and just skip the whole bingo section. But you need a sniper to do it. It's one of the harder door clips too.
This way.
Yes, Jake.
You're the one he wants.
Like 90% of speedruns for every game ever are done down patch.
What about you?
I'll do my job.
Welcome. Welcome.
This is the best game of RE game of all time for you? Or top 3? I would say it's top 3. It's definitely not the best ever. That's still OG RE4, but it's definitely up there. I think for me, it's like RE4 OG, then 4 make, then 3 make, then RE5. And I don't really like any of the other games very much. Yeah, 2 make is fucking awful. That game is dog shit. But 3 make is goated. That game's mad fun. Two makes your favorite game in general. I'd like to introduce you to a little known thing as
I got it.
such called mechanics. Have you ever heard of a gameplay mechanic? Yeah, I mean, you might be interested in them. I mean, it's something that's exclusive to video games. If you're a big fan of 2make, you might not have heard of them, because that game doesn't have any, but they're fucking sick. Fortunately, 2make doesn't have any. All you do is just walk around in that game. I mean, RuneScape has mechanics. It's got RPG mechanics. But there's a lot of walking in that game.
I guess this is their idea of a warm welcome.
RuneScape is definitely more mechanically interesting than RE2 Remake, that's for sure. I don't know if that's true because I'm pretty sure that people don't like the remake because YouTubers told them to not like the remake. I don't think anyone actually dislikes or like knows why they dislike the remake. Because I'm pretty sure that like nobody has actually played the original RE3. Before the remake came out,
I got something new for you.
the general consensus on OG RE3 was like,
You have an eye.
it's okay, but no one plays it.
It's not just about shooting, it's about reloading.
It is like the least favorite of the original trilogy for most people.
Anytime.
And then all of a sudden when the remake came out, everyone just like retroactively really enjoyed the original. It's kind of funny.
Place. I mean, it's old, but
Man, I have no large resources. Water Hall is gonna suck.
Ashley!
Probably the same reason people just like RE5 because they read other people's don't. Yeah,
look at this place. I mean, it's old, but
basically.
Look away!
You know how I know people that dislike remake didn't play the original is because the reasons that they give for disliking the remake make no sense if you've actually played the original. Like people love to quote like, well, the original like was less linear and longer and Nemesis isn't scripted in that game. In which all of those are wrong. Everything that was just said is wrong. The original is like basically the same length. And you get some multiple choice sections, but they literally only change like one room. It's like you fight Nemesis in room A instead of room B, or room B instead of room A.
Ah, the entertainment.
And Nemesis is literally more scripted in the original than he is in the remake.
Back up!
People just don't know what the word scripted means. Oh, he followed me all the way down? What the fuck? He's literally never done that. My DA really high or something? The fuck? I hate fire wielding enemies.
Did you do the trick?
Also, the original RE3 has mechanics that literally just don't work. Like, the dodge mechanic gives you 0 iframes in OG RE3. So you get perfect dodge stuff and just still get hit by it. Omega lol. It might be a DA thing. Maybe just my DA is really high, so he chased me all the way down or something. I don't have flashes.
Ashley!
This is seriously not good.
Shit! Ashley!
Okay. Good game. Oh my god, dude. That was wild. I heckin' love Waterhall. If only I got a large resource somewhere, I wouldn't have been boned. Unlucky.
Be careful.
All right.
Nice shot. What's up, Fried? How you doing, dude? Going good.
Leon, they're here.
I like the 2 back grabs instantaneously in a row. That was pretty cool. Hey, look, large resource. Fog. Just like that, the game's infinitely easier.
No problem.
Dude, that's what he does to me always. Is like he just walks off to the side. Look, another large resource. Fog.
Let you do the trick. Let's go.
Hey.
Look away.
Flashbang's actually working. Fog.
Ashley, let's go.
Ace was worth it.
This way.
Hang on.
Your voice skill and humor make your streams very enjoyable.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I got this.
Glad you enjoy.
I'll cover you. Don't stop.
The conversations about the remake always just confuse me. And just make me realize that I play video games for like a completely different reason than anyone else on the planet. Like not even just speedrunning, like even just casually enjoying the game, I just enjoy it so much different than everyone else.
Be careful.
Like for remake, I'm like, yeah, the initial game is kind of short, but it's got all these fun difficulty modes that are really cool to play through that like significantly change the way the game is played. And most people, at least like in the YouTube comment sections, that does not factor in at all. Like the extra difficulty modes are nothing. They don't add anything to the game. They don't even play them. They like literally don't even play the extra difficulty modes. They don't exist.
Okay, get back here.
But I'm like, bro, like my favorite games are Devil May Cry and shit like that. Where like the entire point of the game is that you play it like many times.
Hurry up.
And those extra difficulty modes add like a lot to the game. Like I've had conversations with people that like bitch about the remake being too short, and I'm like, well look, like, you know, play the extra difficulty modes, like they add a ton of content.
Yeah.
They're like, well, that doesn't make the game better or longer. It's just an excuse to play the same thing over again. And I'm like, well, what about Devil May Cry? Like, when you play Devil May Cry, do you just play it once on normal and never touch it again? And they're like, yes. And I'm just like, what? How do you play Devil May Cry and just only play it once on normal and never touch it again? That's playing DMC wrong. That's how I feel too, but tons of people play it that way. I'm just like, okay. We obviously enjoy video games in very different ways. Oh, I should save there. I'll save with the merchant. Well, yeah, but I mean, you don't have to be speedrunning to enjoy playing a game again. And like, in my opinion, the difficulties change the game enough to make it fun to replay. Like, obviously, like, playing the same game on the same difficulty with nothing changed just multiple times in a row, like, that's not for everybody. I personally love doing that, even outside of speedrunning. But, I mean, that's not for everybody. But when there's difficulty modes that like rearrange item placements for key items and rebalance the entire game and give enemy new AI and make bosses completely different and rearrange every enemy placement in the game like Remake does. It's like, I don't understand how you can be like, that's not new content. Therefore, I'm not going to play it. This doesn't make any sense to me. I'm just like, well, you just chose not to play the extra content. You can't say the game doesn't have content when you just decide to not play like half of it, you know? Oh shit, I shot. That's why you don't shoot the barrel early. Thing I learned. Is that with DMC5? See, I also did that with DMC5, but that's because that game sucks. And I sure as hell wasn't ever playing as V again. That's a little bit different, in my opinion. God, the grabs are insane, dude. Eat some fish. The consensus is that DMC5 is bad among all high-level players. Yeah, casual audiences love it. But you talk to anyone who's like really good at high-level Devil May Cry, like speedrunners, style players, general consensus is that it's definitely a step back from DMC4. Even Virgil mode? Yeah, definitely Virgil mode. 5 Virgil is like way less complex than 4 Virgil. I trolled somewhere. That's where I trolled.
That should do it.
Like from a pure gameplay standpoint,
Need to find
4's combat systems are way more in depth than 5's. To have a higher skill ceiling and a more creative expression involved.
Oh, great.
I mean, it's easy to SSS every level on every difficulty with every character because DMC5 is easy. They made S ranks like completely trivial.
Christ.
I have some new goods that might interest you.
I have no shotgun ammo. Can I create some? I don't have enough gunpowder. I don't have a flash either. Okay, no, I do have a flash, thank God.
She said meeting you once was enough.
Is 3 considered the best one? So, like, the general consensus with Devil May Cry is that 1 is a really great game, but is very different than the other ones. 2 is pretty awful. 3 is the best overall package. So, like, for basically everyone, 3 is like a phenomenally solid game, but doesn't really specialize in anything in particular. And 4 has the best combat by far, but the campaign is ass. And 5 is just mid all around.
Another one. You guys are really starting to become a giant pain in my ass.
That's basically the general consensus with Devil May Cry. When it comes to like high level players at least. Ooh. Oh. That's cool. I guess I shouldn't go around to get the gunpowder. Didn't even mention reboot. It's not even made by the same people. We love the DMC5 memes. The meme culture around Devil May Cry is actually one of the things that the high level players hate the most, including myself. Because to us, it's like kind of disgraceful. You know, like we see it as like a really high level game that we like to put a lot of effort into, like exploring the mechanics and getting really good at, where like the majority of the audience only cares about like haha Virgil meme, and like the memes aren't even good, like not even funny. Like the core audience of Devil May Cry cares more about Virgil sitting in a fucking plastic chair than like reversals or inertia making it in DMC5. And to the high level players everywhere, that's just like really sad, including myself.
Another one. You guys are really starting to become a giant pain in my ass.
It's okay if that's how people enjoy the series, but it sucks for us because it's like, well, if the majority of the audience doesn't care, then Capcom's not gonna care, and then when they make games like DMC5, they can do stuff like get rid of reversals and inertia, and like 99.9% of the audience won't care. But the people who actually play the games every day, they're the people who get shafted. Well, thank you, Drinking Coca-Cola. Yeah, I mean, it's just my opinion, yo. But like, that's like pretty much how most of the high-level community feels about Devil May Cry. No, Yaxlor, it's a private mod.
Get ready.
Like, okay, imagine it this way though. Like, imagine you're like a really high-level fighting game player, like a really high-level Street Fighter player, but 90% of the people who play Street Fighter like don't care at all about the fighting game mechanics and just care about like haha Ken funny. And so like in the next iteration of Street Fighter, they remove a bunch of like really important stuff to the FGC community, but you know, you can't even get any outcry about it because as soon as you like complain about it, all of the casual community jumps down your throat saying, but like Ken funny, but Ken funny. Why you can't complain? Ken is funny, you know.
Where are you?
And then like a month after launch, when the entire casual community stops playing the game forever, you know, the people who are really invested, who actually care about those things that were changed, are left with a game that they don't even want to play.
He's in trouble. We can't just leave him, right?
And you're also told that you can't complain about these changes that you don't like. That's what happened with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite in a nutshell. Yeah, I believe it. I wouldn't be shocked if the same exact thing happened in FGC. I don't know enough about fighting games to give an actual example, because I've never been part of it really, but I wouldn't be shocked if the exact same thing happened. Which, I mean, it's the same thing with like down patching and speedrunning. It's like the company who's making the game has absolutely no responsibility to cater to like the small amount of the audience that plays their games for the quote unquote like proper way of enjoying them, you know, like the gameplay and stuff. Like they're just a company that's trying to make money, and if the way they make the most money is by catering to memers and people that don't actually play the game post launch, like then more power to them. But for the people that do really enjoy the games and like are going to play them for long times to come, it just sucks because you just kind of feel like even the creators don't care about how you care about the game. I feel like that's true about like this game, for instance. Like instead of having there be a laser pointer system with like good aiming mechanics and like good movements. They just, you know, they kind of butchered it. And if you even complain about it, then a lot of the casual audience would be like, oh, shut up, the game's like phenomenal. Like, haha, fucking whatever meme, you know, whatever the meme of the day is, Salazar short or something. But like, you know, who is going to be playing this game in 3 years from now? It's not going to be like the haha Salazar short people. It's going to be people who were complaining about those mechanics, right?
Be careful.
But it doesn't, like, there's no financial incentive to cater to those people that are going to be playing it long term, because like you already get the money out of the people that only play it once. And like, that's fine. Me, myself personally, have come to peace with that. And it's like, whatever. Like, the games aren't made for me, and I just have to like hope that
Ashley, run!
the games line up with my own personal preferences. And if they don't, then that's fine, and I'll find something else that does, you know? Let her drink Coca-Cola. Hope work goes well. But, you know, like, you need casuals. You can't just be like, well, the casuals don't like it, but fuck it, like, whatever, you know. Like, you need to have that meme potential, that appeal to the casuals, because that's what makes the game sell. Excuse me, sir. And if the games don't sell, well, then you just don't get them at all, so. Well, okay, so, I mean, when I call DMC5 mid, you gotta think about it in perspective. Like, DMC5 is definitely the best action game ever made, if you don't count
Some new goods that might.
DMC3 and DMC4. But that's just because action games are dog shit generally. Like, the bar is just that low for action games that DMC5 can be like mid compared to DMC3 and DMC4 and still be the best action game ever made if you don't count DMC3 and DMC4. You know? So like, yeah, of course, like, you can make DMC5 mechanically way worse than DMC4 in every conceivable way, and it's still the best action game ever made, as long as you don't count DMC4. But, I mean, that doesn't, it's not because the bar is, like, that high and DMC5 is that good. It's just because the bar is that low and every other action game sucks that isn't named Devil May Cry. Like, what even are the competitors? Like, Ninja Gaiden, Dark Souls, and Bayonetta? Like, I don't know. Like, none of them fill even remotely the same niche or have nearly the same depth.
Hey, we found there's some armor. Bet you could use it like a bulletproof vest.
Little old-fashioned.
Like old school God of War? Nah.
Too bad.
Because, like, people think, like, old school God of War is somehow akin to Devil May Cry, but the combat is nowhere near as deep. Old school God of War is legit just like square, 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 square. Oh, look, a QTE prompt. Let me press triangle. You know? Which, depending on how you play Devil May Cry, I mean, it could be very similar, but if you're someone who plays DMC at a high level, then that's not at all how DMC is. A lucky attack.
Go to hell, you rusty piece of shit.
I mostly don't like God of War because of the comparison to DMC. Like, for the longest time, the discourse has always been, you know, God of War, like the OG games, is the same type of game as Devil May Cry, but I just don't see that comparison at all. They feel like entirely different niches and have completely different gameplay. The skill ceiling on something like God of War is way lower than like DMC 3, for instance, or even DMC 1, I would say. There's much more expression and complexity to something like Devil May Cry. Which for me is like the core appeal. So like, those two things being so different from each other is quite a big deal. It's not true. There are enemies you have to be hitting different prompts and different weapons. Oh, so like DMC reboot with the fucking color-coded enemies? Yeah, that makes it way better. Motherfucker brought his toddler into the office one day and saw him playing with Crayola crayons and is like, I have an idea for a new mechanic. Jaffe admitted that he just wanted to take the coolness from DMC and knew he couldn't match the combat. Yeah, that's the dude, that's like the director of God of War, right? There's nothing wrong with that. The only thing that annoys me about it is that they get compared as though they're somehow similar. They could appeal to a higher level audience if they made the stories way more attractive for casuals, and that's exactly what something like Devil May Cry seeks to do. Is like the presentation of Devil May Cry 5 is that way to attract the biggest casual audience as possible. Unfortunately, they went too far and took away a bunch of the mechanical complexity of previous games, so they isolated their hardcore audience when they did so. But I don't really think you had to do either. Like, you could just do both. You know, you don't have to isolate your hardcore audience to make the game more appealing. You can just make the game's presentation better while maintaining the things that make the hardcore audience enjoy it. I mean, if you're Capcom though, like you could just ignore your hardcore audience altogether, and that doesn't matter because the casual fans are the ones that buy the game the most anyways. Think Capcom will ever remake DMC 1? I hope so. I would love the money. I don't think they would do it well, but I'd play it anyways. My biggest concern with the Devil May Cry 1 remake is that the core appeal and gameplay loop of Resident Evil 4 is really simple. Very tight mechanics and in like an engaging and fun gameplay environments. Like, you move when you move and you shoot where you aim, you know? That's like really simple, and adapting that to a modern audience is really easy, and yet they still fucked it up. Like, the movement in this game is dog shit, and the gunplay is awful. And that's when you're dealing with super simple mechanics, like adding a laser pointer to a gun so your bullets go where you're aiming, and moving your character. If they can't get that right with like the most popular game in their entire backlog category, what are the odds that they get something as nuanced and as complicated as Devil May Cry's combat correct when they don't have nearly as much respect for the series? And they potentially think that they need to make it even more accessible to an even wider audience. The chances that they get those mechanics accurate and like maintain the reason why someone like me plays Devil May Cry in a remake is basically zero. I have absolutely zero faith that Capcom could make a Devil May Cry remake and have me enjoy it. But I mean, who cares what I enjoy? I think that they'll probably do it anyways, and the core gameplay people, like the speedrunners and the high level style players and stuff, will all hate it, and it'll sell millions upon millions of copies, and Capcom will make a fuck ton of money, and the casual audience won't know the difference. But the upside for me is I can at least stand playing it for like 2 months to farm a bunch of money out of it, and then going back to play the original. So I'm like, I don't think they're capable of doing it well, but I would like to see them do it anyways, just so I can make some money. That's basically my standpoint. Because to me, I always have the originals. Like, the original Devil May Cry games are always going to be phenomenal, and I can always just go back and play them.
Almost there.
Well, maybe Psychbox, but if they do remake Devil May Cry 1, I want Kamiya to stay as far away from that game as possible. Because Kamiya is a fucking dog shit game dev that makes everything he touches worse. Just look at Platinum Games, dude. Holy shit. DMC1 is a phenomenal game, in spite of it being directed by Kamiya, not because it's been directed by Kamiya. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I'm back. You wouldn't mind him in art direction? Sure, but you know damn well that Kamiya's gonna be like, okay, this DMC1 remake is looking pretty okay. I mean, I didn't make it, so it's not good, but the production you guys are doing is decent. Now, we need like 3 more Harrier shoot 'em up sections. The game should open up on a big 7-minute long prologue
Welcome. I got something new.
where you fly a mech and then
Valuables won't do you much good in the grave.
shoot Mundus out of the sky
This is what I'm talking about.
with your mech.
Well, look at you, mate. Don't worry, I offer repair services as well. We don't. Get yourself killed. Now.
How long do you think to finish this run? Depends on how it goes. It's been going pretty decent so far. Another hour, maybe?
Fucking monsters.
That's not an unpopular take at all, girl. Most people prefer Lucia more than Dante in the gameplay of that game. Because she's better. Not surprised. You blow up, please. Like, did I just get grabbed out of the air? I didn't know that could happen. I mean, there's a lot of upsides to DMC2. That game is dog shit, but it did a lot for the series. Real-time weapon switching, the entirety of the Trickster moveset, basically.
Big leaves for 6 months. Go wifey go.
Go join us. Thanks for the 6 months. Appreciate that. Yeah, real-time weapon switching, Bloody Palace, the entirety of the Trickster moveset. Some time. There's some really cool stuff that wouldn't be in the franchise unless it was in DMC2. I mean, that's not to excuse DMC2 being fucking awful, because it is, but there is some cool stuff in there. It wasn't a complete waste. Oh yeah, it's in DT. Yeah, Itsuno was given the directorial role for DMC2, like right at the end before it launched. Thus leading him to want to redeem himself and convincing Capcom to make a Devil May Cry 3, which gave us the best game of all time. So, I mean, that's ginormous. That alone is a good enough reason for DMC2 to exist. I tried to parry, I was too slow. I don't think I hit the bell. I did not hit the bell. Why did you not? That's not good. There's literally zero chance that I actually survive this, right? The fuck? I'm a legend. Dude, why can't I finish this game? I'm like the best ever at it. You think someone this good at the game would be able to beat it? They should have kept the amulet system. It could be cool, but I mean, that level of customization might be kind of weird for Devil May Cry. I don't know. I wouldn't hate it, but you'd also have to probably sacrifice a lot of other systems for that to actually work and make sense. What's up, Gerardo? Thank you, brother. You order me some brownie batter? Dog. Don't tempt me.
Taking the landing.
You're gonna make me act a fool. You make me act up.
The hell?
Should be the same motive. Hardest sniff my monitor ever got. Oh my god. Bro, calm down. Down, boy. Down.
Oh, give me a break.
What can I interest you in? An interesting choice.
I didn't even grab the gunpowder.
Good way, of course.
I'm realizing now. I guess I just got good luck.
Get welcome.
Didn't need it.
Welcome. Your valuables won't do you much good in the grave. Thank you. Anything else I can help you with? Good luck to you, stranger. There you are, as you wished. Thank you. Oh, you cut through the crowd with that right there. Not my place to stop.
Fuck, I made my other keyboard actually. It's like around the room.
Any time.
That's the treasure you missed in your last game? Rip. Rip El Bozo. What's up, Favad? Howdy. Soko with a rock is a pretty iconic site. I won't lie.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Did you open your knife in CS or did I buy it? I just bought it off the market, honestly. No shame. I wanted a very specific knife and I wouldn't settle for anything less, so it made more sense to just buy it. Well, I can't handle CS. Just don't buy shit. It's okay. You don't have to buy stuff. The game is still fun without having good skins, I promise. It's hard though. It's really hard. You could use any weapon combination, Lopi. In fact, there's a strat that I don't know if people are actually doing it in runs yet, but there's a strat you can do for the Lewis section with the Novies after minecart. Where like you use a barrel to like switch the TMP for flash grenades, so you can just throw unlimited flashes in that section. I don't know if people are actually doing it in runs, but it is a strat. Your laptop dies in 1 second if you play CS. Must be a pretty old laptop because Source games run on toasters. Really, Linear Cat Ninja? That's crazy. I had no idea. What's up, Dead Zone? Howdy. Happy to have you.
What? Help me.
Your internet? Yeah, okay.
What's in it for you?
No need to be suspicious.
Internet is definitely like a factor.
A little hard for me to put my faith in someone who used to work for Umbrella.
I'm curious how well Source 2 is going to run for some of that stuff.
You don't need to worry about them.
Like how well it's going to run on low end PCs.
Answer my question. What are
Because there is a really large community of people that play Counter-Strike very often that are on low end PCs.
Something like that. Looks like we've got company. What do you want
I like how I'm like really good at this glitch and never mess it up first try every time. Even though I haven't played this part of the game where I do the glitch in like 2 weeks.
You handle yourself pretty well. You sure you're just a researcher?
Yeah, and Source is always notoriously like super good at optimization, but it is just a new engine, so like there's gonna be some people left behind probably. But I think they are like trying to leave behind as little amount of people as possible.
Come on. How's it look?
I don't know why I crafted heavy grenades. I literally don't need heavies. I get my routes so confused nowadays. Because switching route. I really need to practice late game. I did the rocket glitch. Well, you have to be down patched, so if you're not, then that's step one.
It's cooped up down here too.
The underground here is sacred to them.
I mean, in terms of deciding on the right game settings to run the game on your device, well,
Served inside ancient deposits of amber.
usually there's systems in place to automatically figure that out what like good settings are for you.
Suggesting we ride this thing.
Do you see any other way?
Just, you know, they do testing on certain ranges of hardware quality and then just recommended settings basically.
Give us a push, Sancho.
Who are you calling Sancho?
But yeah, Gummy Boy, after you down patch, basically what you do is if you ever get hit by fire, you hold the rocket out, get hit by fire,
I can't believe
walk out of the fire, switch to the TMP, back to the rocket, then to the TMP again, then to the rocket again, then walk into the fire again, and then walk out and switch to the TMP, and then you'll be holding the rocket, but the game thinks you're holding the TMP.
Going off the rails.
It's a little complicated, but if you just like clip it and then watch it, it's not that bad.
Mierda! Do something about those parts.
Any Oreo settings today? No.
Talk, we're gonna
Lately, so my girlfriend, she quit her job because she was hired on full time, but last week they gave her 0 hours, and then her manager was a bitch to her, so she just quit. Technically she got fired, but she told them that she'd put her 2 weeks in if she didn't get any more hours, and they never responded, so she basically quit. But so she's been home, so Oreo's been hanging out with her.
some peace and quiet, huh? Left turn.
That's just you, Bradley. That's just you. Leon looks perfectly fine. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, Zora's just been hanging out with his mom. Nice body flip. It'll be fine. She already got a bunch of interviews for new places and stuff. She'll have a job again in no time. Maybe, Bradley. Stop extreme gameplays. Interested in a no upgrade run? I mean, I did DMC 1 low percent.
That's it.
DMC 3 sounds fucking ass though.
Just getting started.
Low percent DMC 3 is so bad. I mean, you already do low percent basically, actually. I guess it depends on what you mean. Like, if you're not allowed to upgrade your DT at all, or like, God forbid you can't upgrade your Royal Guard rank, then it'd be awful. But DMC 3, any percent is basically low percent. The only thing you buy is Stinger. Stinger and Purple Orbs, that's it.
right? Let's go.
Not this again.
What's up, Miss Hero? Yep. Hopefully every week we'll be back at doing waifu-thons. We'll see how it goes.
Got trouble.
Excited to see me do a Left 4 Dead 2 run again. Yeah, we'll see how cursed that is going to be. Probably not going to be able to B-hop at all. It's going to be a let's play. Well, thanks, Bradley. I'm glad you enjoy. I just have been like really inundated with new releases lately. With Dead Space Remake and RE4 Remake. Like, I've just been super busy with that. So, I haven't done waifu-thons in like 4 months probably. But I used to do these every weekend. I'd do like a bunch of different multi-game speedruns. Is that the chainsaw guy? It is. Okay. That's why he gets damage from that. He's so far away you can barely see him. Think of it as a Dead Space Remake again? Yeah, my time in that game is dog shit. And it's a pretty cool run. It's just kind of long. I only stopped because RE4 Remake came out. Or was about to come out. And also, like, it didn't do that well content-wise. But that's okay. There was always times to go back to do other things that didn't do that well. I have a huge ass laundry list of shit that I want to do, so. And most of it doesn't do well. So I mean, I'm gonna get through it all eventually. Or maybe I won't, you know. There's an insane amount of stuff I want to do. The ever expanding list of goals. Better love you. Have a good nap. But Dead Space Remake is a really cool game, and it's a great run. It's fun. It's just a little long. But I can definitely see myself returning to it and stuff. You can see where they dug up the bugs. I should save. Just in case.
Actually, this works.
Well, they're making a Time Splitters 4. Tiana. I never even played Evil Within 2. Soka gonna be in every game? God, I wish.
Come on.
Right now, I have her in 4 Make and DMC4 Original, not Special Edition. And so, like, you speedrun on Special Edition. So, and we're not doing DMC4 today. But I'm planning on getting her in RE3 Remake, DMC5, hopefully DMC4 Special Edition. Hopefully DMC3 one day if we're lucky. Vania said it might be possible and he'll look into it. We'll see if that becomes possible. That'd be really cool. What's up, GD Fruity? Very long time viewer. Very long time. No, I designed the character, but the actual model is modeled by somebody else. I have modeled this character before, but I never finished it.
I have something I'd welcome.
But I'm making all of your speedruns unwatchable for you? Yeah, of course, why not?
I'll buy almost anything. Come back. Welcome. Dazzled, are you? See how pleasant travel.
I mean, you're watching this, so it's definitely not unwatchable. I discovered you thanks to Dead Space Remake. Enjoyed your RE4 videos. Watching you stream is new to me. Well, welcome. I hope you enjoy. Definitely a very different experience than watching the YouTube content.
Are you being controlled by that cult? Oh, this has nothing to do with them. I'm a free man who makes a choice.
Bruh. I'm washed. I literally have not done this fight in like 2 weeks. I didn't remember how to do it.
Too slow. Major, you're not thinking straight. My mind's clearer than it's ever been. Now focus and show me what you got. Kill the foe. Without honor, without mercy. Only devastating power. What's wrong? Wanting the same for myself. Cross. Just like I taught you. What's wrong?
Die, please. Thank you. Or am I just checking to see if you're using the mod? True, true. Understandable.
You won't get away with this, Krauser.
Already got that. Cool. I hope the current tragedies with certain games don't happen. Time Splitters 4, please no rush. Yeah, I agree. I would have much preferred like an HD port though. Like imagine like an HD remaster, like trilogy collection for Time Splitters on PC. It'd be so sick. It'd be like so much better than a Time Splitters 4, honestly. But I'll take a Time Splitters 4. Maybe if Time Splitters 4 does well, then we'll get both.
Got some new wares. Welcome. I've got something new for you, mate. Thank you. Stocking up. Don't get yourself.
Do I have boot knives? I have a boot knife. I should
Welcome.
buy the knife.
Got a selection of good things on Saturn Combat anytime.
Indeed, Reapin. That's basically been my my evolution of my perspective has been,
The clock tower.
well, it's content.
Hang in there, Ashley.
I don't really care how things turn out. I'm like chaotic neutral. I have played Terraria, but I never beat anything past Plantera. Because when I play Terraria, this fucked up shit always happens every time. I'm like, man, I never played Terraria. Like, that sounds fun. Get some friends together. Like, yeah, I'll play Terraria with you. That sounds great. Let's start a new world. Be awesome. They're like, yeah, sure. Okay, let's do it. And then we, you know, 10 minutes into playing, they're flying around on a fucking UFO. Or like a jetpack or some shit. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I thought we said we'd start a new game together. And they're like, yeah, we are. I'm like, but like, that's an endgame item that you're flying around on. They're like, well, like, I don't want to have to like walk around without having movement items. And then we stopped playing. That's probably happened like 5 times to 5 different people. So I played by myself because I have lots of friends. And the farthest I got by myself was Plantera. No one got flashed, okay. But I haven't played past Plantera. Because I couldn't beat Plantera by myself. Too hard.
You really know how to make someone feel welcome.
I have 4 heavy grenades. Thankfully, that's completely useless. Last update? Yeah, the last update to Terraria is like the last season of Attack on Titan. There is no such thing. XD, nice helmet. Aw, I didn't stop him.
Sorry, let's take it. Body armor's not looking great.
Did he land back on the platform? XD. Wait, I got the achievement. Those people landing on the platform didn't count? The fuck?
All right.
Gun rhymes with fun for reason, stranger.
No, but that sounds awesome. Oh my god. I should have repaired my body armor. Whatever, I'll do it at the next merchant. Do I want an RE5 remake?
No time to
Sure. I'll take more content. I think RE5 could benefit a lot from a remake just because that game is great, but it also kind of sucks. Like, all of the bosses in that game are awful. All of them. I like RE5 is one of those games where I'm like, yeah, I love that game. It's one of the best co-op games ever made. And then I like think about the game and I'm like, wait, why is this game good? And I couldn't give you a single reason why it's good, but I really like it.
Where do you think you're taking her?
I legit could not tell you why RE5 is good, but I like it. Every individual piece about it, when I think about it too much, I'm like, oh, actually that sucks. But like, as a whole, it's pretty good. That's not true though, because I've played RE5 solo and I still enjoyed it. The Bat Scorpion fucker might be one of the worst RE bosses ever. Bro, the Bat Scorpion motherfucker is literally the best boss in that game though. I mean, both sentences are correct, but that's what's wild about RE5.
Perfect. Won't have to swim after all.
He is probably the best boss in the game, but is like still one of the worst bosses in RE. Like, dude. all of the Wesker fights are complete dog shit. The Excella fight, dog shit. Gigante while on the back of a truck, dog shit. What's the other one? The back of a boat Irving fight, dog shit. But I mean, like, the game is fun. I don't know how, but it is.
Welcome. I've got some
Like, I quite enjoy that game. But, like, if I look at any individual piece of it, I'm like, this is awful. The crab in the lab is probably one of the better ones. I do think that DC Douglas's performance as Wesker almost sells the game by itself, which is crazy to say, but it's true. Like, it almost makes work, like, playing the whole game worth it, just to, like, hear him say some dumb shit and growl. I think the failed Ouroboros fights with the fire source to kill him are okay though. Dude, the second Ouroboros fight is actually so bad. I have no idea how to kill that thing. I'm pretty sure it's glitched and doesn't work normally. Like, he just won't die. Like, you usually hit him with the flamethrower for like 10 minutes, he just does not die. I have no idea how to kill that thing.
This isn't good.
Like, even when I play that game casually, I just do the speedrun strat. Just like shoot him with a rocket launcher. Chicken butt, Twisted Ninja. The boulder punch is not even bad. The boulder punch is whatever. You know what's way worse than the boulder punch? If you're playing as Sheva in that section and you have to button mash to grab up the fucking ledge, and you have to mash at approximately 10,000 hertz to make it up that grab. Like, dude, actually, that button mash is one of the hardest button mashes of all time in all of gaming. That QTE. That QTE is unreasonably difficult for no fucking reason. It's completely impossible. I have no idea why they made it so hard, but it is fucking impossible. If you're playing as Sheva, like... Your friend had a modded controller that did turbo and it still took like 20 seconds. Yeah, literally just the carpal tunnel inducer. Oh, I missed it. I was too far back. Really, Ray? I had no idea. It just seemed like the flamethrower did no damage to him, but it also was the only thing that made him react, so it was like, what do I do? Nice, Twisted Ninja. Good job, dude. Congrats.
Welcome. Got some rare things. Pleasant travels.
Got some rare things. Safe travels. I think I just like RE5 because co-op is fun. But like, you know, co-op, anything is fun. Co-op watching fucking paint dry is fun. Co-op watching paint dry stream when? That's just called a podcast.
Fuck are you?
Yeah, there's like no downtime in that game, which is pretty fun. You're always doing something. Point Crow did a paint dry watching stream. He literally did a stream where what he did was watch paint dry. But I think there was a gimmick to it. The gimmick was he couldn't read chat. He just had to like monologue while the paint dried for like an exceedingly long amount of time. He did the same thing where he just bought a really big piece of ice and then just like watched the piece of ice melt. And that was the whole stream. But I think it was like the same principle. Like he couldn't read chat, he just had to watch the ice melt. It's New Game Plus, yeah, Jack. Not New Game.
Come on, it's taking so long.
You ever see his Mario Party stream? No. I don't really watch much of his content because I'm not really a big Nintendo guy. But when I watch his content, it's mostly just like research for my own content, you know? The old yoink and switch. Like, oh, that's a good idea. Let me do that in my game. Honestly, though, I love some Nintendo games, but I really want to stay as far away from making content for them as possible. Like, I would love to speedrun A Link to the Past, but I don't know. I'm afraid of Nintendo. It was IRL Mario Party. That sounds sick. Like, I would love to do, like, Link to the Past speedruns and stuff, but I'm afraid that I wouldn't even be able to monetize the runs because I'd upload them to YouTube and then they get, like, copyright striked for the music or something. I mean, the randomizers that I have done haven't had that problem, but I would hate to, like, you know, do, like, a couple hundred No Major Glitches runs and have them all up on my archive channel and then one day they just all disappear. Yeah.
That do anything?
Not the crawling. I hate regenerators when they do this. Yeah, but like part of the appeal of running the game is that the music is phenomenal, you know? I want to listen to the Link to the Past music. Uh-oh.
Even this thing is controlled by bugs.
Why don't you knife it? Because that's slow? Question mark? Welcome to the speedrun. Fuck. Am I about to die? Maybe I am about to die?
There you go.
What? Oh, I guess I didn't think about that. Bruh. I guess his explosive exploded and killed me. I don't know. Whatever. Of course.
Won't open.
I don't know how I died. I guess, yeah, his explosive on the dynamite guy exploded and killed me. I don't know. I was like kind of far away from him, and he had an explosive in his hand, question mark? I didn't even notice. God, that room is so ass. If you miss the shots in the regenerator, it's just over. You just die. And there's no save station even remotely close, so you have to go back like 12 years. Well, I'm playing on pro, so there is no autosave. You know, I used to think that permadeath was like actually pretty cool mechanic for like hard mode, but the more I play it, the less I enjoy it. What about Banjo-Kazooie speedrun? I don't even play Banjo-Kazooie. The only Banjo-Kazooie I've ever played is Nuts and Bolts. The best Banjo-Kazooie game. Don't at me. That game is hot fire. That game is actually sick. I don't care what anyone says.
I have some new goods. Welcome. Got some rare. That's come. Welcome.
I played Breath of the Wild? Nah. Bro, Nuts and Bolts is sick. I don't understand why people hate it. I fucking loved making the vehicles. It was so much fun. Making the vehicles is mad fun. I could give a fuck about the actual like collectathon part of the game. All I did was just sit in the... I just like speedrun through the game to get all of the parts. Then I just sat in the like custom mode where you just build stuff and just built stuff and like drove it around all day. That's all I did. This is so fun.
Fuck are you?
There's a reason why Poitcrow made a video of him watching Paint Dry for 10 hours and not playing Nuts and Bolts for 10 hours. Dude, Nuts and Bolts is a good game, okay? Am I gonna get Silent Hill 2 remake? No. But dude, like, you know, you put it together well and you make it look like a fighter jet and then you're flying a fucking fighter jet around. It's cool. It's fun, man. Oh shit. Besides, like, people love Nuts and Bolts, or not Nuts and Bolts, people love Banjo-Kazooie, but then like, what's that other game that's basically Banjo-Kazooie? That no one plays? It's like the spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie. It's like a gecko or something. Ukulele, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, ukulele. No one, like, everyone's like, oh my god, you know, Nuts and Bolts, but no one ever plays ukulele, so. Now, Ratchet and Clank is Nuts and Bolts, but with fun gameplay. That's not just platforming. I never played any Banjo games, but I have played Ratchet and Clank, and I liked all of the ones I played. Sir, You're supposed to get stealth killed. Oh, you gave me away, I see. This time, don't miss the regenerator. Sly Cooper's sick. What's that button? Howdy. Yeah, I played Jack games. The Jack games are sick. I got a much more favorable regenerator Plagas arrangement that time. A 70K income player that went like Bitcoins plus stocks was big money sounded like a scam. Gonna deny that request if that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. I banned a couple people recently. How does it work? The scope? You put your hitbox inside the wall. The enemies get confused. Can't find you. 404, waifu not found. Find a down patch version? Yeah, all speedrunners play down patch. Pretty much. I knew a dude in high school who broke 5 PS2 controllers to Jack 2. I could not at all understand how you break 5 PS2 controllers on Jack 2. I don't remember enough about Jack to know if you get that pissed, but it doesn't seem like the type of game that you get that upset about. Thank you, Mega Monkey. All good, young Bradley. I'm really good at ignoring messages in chat. I do it every day. Bro, what the fuck? I'm literally being cyberbullied. Ashley, move! Quit pushing me.
I've got some new items in stock. Come take a look.
Come take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. Dude, I like... It's one of those things that just pisses me off way more than it should, but like how is it possible that there's like 10 years between RE4 original and RE4 remake and Ashley's AI is actually worse in the remake? Like, how is that possible? 18 years. Almost double that amount of time. But her AI is legitimately, unequivocally worse. Like, I just don't get it. Huh? Mega Monkler? Huh?
You know, I was thinking, we work well together, don't we?
I guess so.
Right? Maybe someday I'll become an agent like you. What do you think? We could protect the U.S. from any and all threats.
Is that right? Well, either way, first we have to make it out of here.
You're no fun.
This is not as bad as Ragnarok's Arceus. Well, Atreus or whatever. Well, I mean, yeah. Hard to go much lower than the bar that is God of War 2018 and Ragnarok.
You bastard.
Because they're barely even video games. You know what I told him, Oten? I told him that I got into it by just doing it. And that if he wanted to do it, he should just do it. And quit asking questions about it. That's what I told him.
I have some new goods that might interest you. Welcome. I got something new for you. Your valuables won't do you much good in the grave. I'll buy it at a high. Honestly, this might be the only gun you need. We'll come back. Anytime. Why not trees?
Got him. I still gotta learn that strat where you wait out the cutscene.
Who knows what's become of the girl?
Don't have enough gunpowder. Actually, there's also a grenade strat that I don't know that I could have learned there too. You like break both the tripwires from the top. Like they're sowing seeds for Ashley to come back in future games. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't see that at all.
Fight in the jungle. We barely made it out alive.
Go with your gut, don't think. That was the first thing you taught me.
Or Resident Evil? Jeez, we're never getting variety with this person. Oh well. Bro, what do you mean? Read the stream. I'm running Left 4 Dead, Devil May Cry, Time Splitters, and DMC3. Just starting with RE4 Remake.
I'm no stranger to covert tactics, remember?
How can I forget? Shit.
Still alive, huh? You got lucky.
I don't check my unbanned requests because you go through them before me. But it would be good content to go through them.
I admit, you
But most of the time, most of my old ban requests are like stuff of me just being like super tilted and banning people that I probably shouldn't have. But the newer ones are usually more justified.
fine color. Here's your medal.
I did ban someone yesterday though for saying that I should be nicer to my viewers. I mean, that's not the only reason I banned him, but you know, the conversation after that.
You're losing your cool. Making mistakes.
I'm not falling for your mind games. You're really
You should really be nicer to your viewers. And I was like,
too late.
go fuck yourself. Banned.
You and me are two sides of the same coin. I guess that means
Yeah, I'd probably unban him if he'd sent an unban request.
You've lost it completely.
Oh, I dodged one, but not the other.
Congratulations on your newfound faith.
faith is for the weak.
New messages appear on stream on top because we're tops. No, sorry. If you're one of my chatters, you're definitely a bottom.
You're not getting
The chat messages scroll from the top because Restream.io is a dumb program that doesn't know how to make chat bots. Start respecting people that put money in your greasy pockets. But like, my Twitch chat only pays like 1/10 of my income per month. I could not make any money from Twitch at all and still be totally fine. I stream because it's fun. I make 99% of my income through YouTube ad rev, so. Yeah, nice, Rascal. Good job, dude. What time did you get? I mean, I'm nice 90% of the time, but if I feel like being an asshole, then I feel like being an asshole. Only been with one woman whose legs were long enough to be on top. I'm a large mammal. Based.
Got some new wares. Welcome. I've got something new, stranger. Ooh, I'll cross pleasant travel.
I want to be red guarding. Bro, I really wanted to do that fucking moist critical challenge, but that game looks so dog shit, actually. Got an hour and 4 minutes. Nice job, dude. Let's go. Sub 1 soon.
What was that?
I definitely do ban people and shit on them when they don't deserve it sometimes. But I'm usually man enough to admit that when it happens. But like, I don't know. Usually it's people not being able to read the room and asking really fucking stupid questions when I'm very obviously tilted.
For you.
I'm back in the gym. I was going earlier this week, but I haven't gone in like 3 days. I'm slacking. Cam doesn't show much of the room. I know. I wish I could show more. Because I like actually have decorated my room and it looks pretty sick, but I don't know how to make a camera angle that looks good that actually shows my room. I've tried. I've like moved my camera around like a lot of different times in different ways, and I can't figure it out. To be honest, I would love to do that.
Better give him what he wants.
All clear.
It's mostly because of my ultra wide monitor, to be honest. The ultra wide monitor like kind of gets in the way. I can't really put the camera where I'd want to because the monitor's in the way. But I love the ultra wide monitor. Actually, I want to put that there.
Wow. Thank
Yo, Tiger. Thank you for the 300 biddies, dude. Appreciate that. Something for the bag luck from yesterday's runs. Thank you. I'll need it. Yo, Orange Bishop. Thank you for the tier 3 for the 37 months. Jesus Christ. Thank you so much. Oh my god, how did I not die there?
Here you go.
Shocking how fast mods came out for this, considering it just came out. Well, gotta think about it, like, usually what makes things difficult to mod,
Yesterday, haha.
usually what makes a game more difficult to mod is
Orange_Bishop Big Weebs for 37 months. So
the engine. But RE Engine's been out for a long time now, and there's been modding support for other RE Engine games for a long time. And so this game isn't that much more proprietary than the other RE Engine games. So like, yeah, the game's only been out for like a month, so there's a lot of mod for a game coming out a month ago, but you gotta think about it as like, it's not like the game's been out for a month for modders. The game's been out since like RE7 came out for modders, because the file structure and everything is exactly the same. So modders have been learning how to mod RE Engine games since RE7 came out.
What the?
Thank you so much, Orange Bishop. Appreciate you.
Whoa.
Yeah, Reaper, thanks for giving a sub to Tiger Salamander. Let's go. Appreciate that.
Stranger, you're in for a treat.
Almost there.
Fog.
I'm coming.
I'll show my room after the run's over. There's actually some really cool shit in here, but I just can't figure out a camera angle that makes it all look good. Or like actually fits it in frame. It's like impossible. Thought they patched the door glitch? Yeah, they did. Speedrunners don't play on current patch. Never have, almost never do. Unlucky. I should really learn the shotgun strat. I should try it. I don't think I have enough shotgun ammo. Maybe I do. Yeah, I do.
Thank you.
Let's try it. Yo, Aether, thanks for the 500 biddies, dude.
Ashley.
Much love. I haven't had that one fail in a while. That was a headshot, but he didn't die? Question mark. Dude, just like jump out of this window, right? Well, that's easy. Fuck. That's awesome, Mike. Yeah, but that's all good, dude. You're not gonna know everything off the bat. But yeah, usually speedruns are done down patch. There are some rare occasions where they're done up patch, but for the most part, whatever version is the fastest is the version that people play on. You might be supposed to use a flash selected meat, but I got away with it without the flash there. Maybe I'm just lucky though.
Laboratory B. Looks like it's
I probably just got lucky, to be honest. Oh boy, I sure do love The Last of Us. It's hecking great. Most influential game in the last 10 years, smiley face. For all the wrong reasons.
I'm losing it.
Wow. This is so cinematic. No duffel bag strats? I don't know them. Not the modern ones for pro, at least. Thank you, just me. I told you, I literally haven't been on island in like 3 weeks.
God damn it.
I wasn't kidding. Well, we haven't finished it yet, Yang. But thank you. I just needed to turn live split off, I guess. Last turn skip work on a recent patch? I have no idea. I ain't got no clue, to be honest.
It has to be different.
This time, it has to be different. The RE4 remake devs remaking RE4 remake. This time, it has to be different.
So all of this, removing the parasite.
What's up, Tobias? My day's pretty good, man. How are you?
Yeah, we're alive. Thanks to him. You're getting good at that.
Right? You sure you're okay?
Never been.
Someone should rank all of the Resident Evil games by how evil their residents are. Everyone knows that the only, like, the best metric for figuring out how good a game is how accurate the title is.
You think she's alright?
Oh, I'm sure she's fine. She's not the type to roll over that easy.
Then 7's at the top? I don't know. Are they? I feel like 5 would be at the top. Wesker is definitely the most evil of all the villains in Resident Evil. The Baker family just like being mind controlled by an evil fucking crazy bitch. But like Wesker is like, I'm gonna kill billions of people. That's my whole plan.
I have something I welcome. Got some rare things on sale, stranger. I'll buy almost anything. Stranger. Ooh, not my
I have a little bit extra money, just a little bit. Smiley face.
leftover errands before going this way.
What's up? Play more. Oh, I got it. I've never gotten this trick before on this boss. Let's go. Foggers. I've never done that trick in a run before. Actually, I've never even done that in practice.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
We can go home.
We're not out of here yet.
The baker's son wasn't mind controlled. He was always like that. Okay, so he's an asshole, but like the totality of them weren't.
They're not attacking. What's going on?
There's nothing now the master's gone. It's over.
Yeah, I guess like if you're gonna be ranking Resident Evils on how evil the residents are, it's actually the residents that need to be evil, right? Like Wesker is not a resident of Africa, so like it can't be RE5, right?
All right. Not bad.
So I guess it's RE1, right? Because the Spencer mansion, like Oswald Spencer or whatever, he's like pretty evil, and that's actually his house. Or I guess, well, Los Illuminados, Spain is their house, right? That's their residence. And Sadler lives there, and he's really evil. That would make that 0, is it? Because Dr. Marcus's slug thing lives there. Is the slug thing evil though, or is it just kind of existing? It's just trying to eat, you know? Wants to take over the world because of Wesker and Birkin. Yeah, but it was just programmed to do that, right? It doesn't have its own free will. 232? For no reset, honestly, is not that bad. Well, I wonder what the IGT is. And before I PB'd. No chance, but imagine. 221.
Just impeccable.
Honestly, not that bad. It's like only a couple minutes slower than my PB. If I didn't die to the regenerators in the dist room, then I probably fucking would have almost PB'd.